Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Saturday Morning Makes. I haven't been on in a bit. I thought I'd be able to come on every Saturday, but that's pretty darn tricky. But I'm here today. I'm just going to show y'all some things I've made really quick. I don't have the supplies that I used right in front of me right now, but I figured I'd just show y'all what I've been doing. Well, I've been making a bunch of tags. My Aunt Cindy, who lives in Louisiana, she gives a whole bunch of these tags away to her friends in her Sunday school and at her church and stuff. So every year I try to, hi Aunt Cindy, every year I try to make a whole bunch for her, and she kind of helps support me in what I love to do. So I'm going to send these off today as soon as I'm done, but I figured I'd show y'all real quick before I send them. So I'll go ahead. I've got three favorite styles. I love vintage, I love retro, and I love prim. So 9 times out of 10, that's what you're going to see in most of my crafting. So I'll start off with what I have here in front of me. And so this is kind of that vintage look. And what I did was I used the Tim Holtz tags that you can buy, packages of his tags for most of these anyway. And these are his paper dolls, what they call paper dolls. I think these are the Christmas paper dolls or winter paper dolls. But yeah, now in the back here, I found this on Etsy, a whole bunch of these different kind of cards, and I just cut them out and kind of added them to what I was doing. The tag paper itself is also from Etsy, and it was like a pre-collaged print. I don't know if you can tell. There's some different collaging there that just made it super easy. I just cut it out and glued it on there and add a few things on top, and that makes it easy and quick and still interesting, visually interesting. So yeah, I got Christmas magic here with some of those Tim Holtz paper dolls. This is the poinsettia and the berries here. Actually, it's holly. Also came from the Tim Holtz pack. And it's got this pretty little snowman. I love it. And then this is the Lily of the Valley tags that we use so much. Of course, Miss Jillian kind of introduced us to all of that. So I use these almost on every single card or tag I make. So that's this guy. And then here's another one. Again, this is from the Tim Holtz paper dolls. And this is a lot of his ephemera, the Tim Holtz ephemera, Christmas ephemera, and the holly and such. This is all from that paper pack. This is a stamp. I don't know if I showed this the last time or not. I may have already showed this. If I did, forgive me. I can't remember if I showed it or not. But this is one of the Christmas stamps from a Tim Holtz stamp. Yeah, and I just, there's some ink and different stuff in the background here, and a stencil that I used, and a lawn fawn tag here with the bell. So that's that guy. Here's another one I made. Again, that Tim Holtz paper dolls. And this peppermint was actually from something I printed up from Etsy. I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I've been printing now that I've got a printer. I just find a bunch of images. And again, that collaged paper in the background they're actually tags, and I can't remember the shop I got them from. Next time I'll try to make sure I have those names on hand, because this was super fun and easy. You just print up this paper and cut it out, and boom, you got a background. So that made it super simple for me. And I got one of these garment pins with a little bell hanging, and I got this from Amazon. So that's another one. And I put some stickles here on this little guy, on the Mary. Yeah, I love her. She's so pretty. That's that one. I think out of these tags, I think she's my favorite. I love her. Look at that, with that checkered coat. And I found this off of Etsy. And then there's a lot of Tim Holtz ephemera here. I think this particular die is a Spellbinders die. And I love this particular die because there's like a whole big berry die. When you die cut it, and a whole bunch of berries pop out. So that's handy because I run them through the die cut a couple different times, and that's all I need. I've got all the berries I need. I actually do have this one right here sitting close to me. I think I've showed it before. It is Parcel and Post Christmas decorations, and you can see what I mean. See this die right here? You run it through, and then you just get a whole bunch of little berries at once, and I'll just, use a few on each of the different tags that I have. It's just handy because you get a whole bunch there, You get a cluster and then a bunch of little single guys, so that's handy. So yeah, and she's got a little tag here. I use that Age Mahogany to stamp this one out. And I like a old looking Jingle Bell and some pretty eyelash yarn. Love this guy. It's my favorite. I feel like I'm not in frame all the way, but hopefully you can see that. So that's her. Here's another one, another vintage, kind of. And I found him, he came from an ephemera pack that I bought off of Etsy. And then this is some Tim Holtz pieces here and here. And then there's a background here. And yeah, I just think he's adorable. I love all these tags. I think whoever's going to get these is going to be so happy. They're just fun and colorful. Haven't been showing y'all the back of them. There's the back of that guy. He's from a Graphic 45 page, or pack. And so is this piece here is from Graphic 45, this green. And here's another little vintage tag. She's a smaller little tag, but look how cute that is. With like the bow. That's from that Spellbinders Parcel and Post that I just showed you. That die pack is so handy. Same with this little greenery here. That's Spellbinders and the berries. This is a Tim Holtz little sprig that I cut out. Yeah, just too fun. So now we've got a different kind of look, kind of more like a woodland vintage look. And I love him. Look at his. I used a piece of fabric here to put on the back. And I'll show you the back. I glued him down with a button. Got that pretty music paper that I distressed with that tea dye ink and I think vintage photo ink. Yeah, and he is from another ephemera pack I got somewhere. I've been collecting ephemera from all over the world, it feels like. I went on a tangent and I'm just looking for all these little bits and pieces. And these, of course, here are Tim Holtz ephemera. And this is a Tim Holtz die cut. And this is just little stuff I found at the Dollar Tree, to glue hot glue onto there. And I love him. I think he's just so vintage and cool looking. That's that guy. Here is from that same paper pack, or ephemera pack, one of the ones I ordered from Etsy, with just some pretty music paper in the background. And the Tim Holtz ephemera. And this is from the Ideology collection. I just put white paint on it. And I got this, I forget, I think these are Lily of the Valley too. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's a whole big package of those tags I have. And I just love him too. I love that vintage look. And here's the back, of course. Yeah. So now let's move on to some retro, a little bit of retro. On Etsy, I found some old ads, some old retro ads. So this is one of the ads I found that you can print off. They're just fun. And look at how cute that is. Cocoa Mix. And it's a little ad there. And in the back, I've got that black and red buffalo check, and I sprinkled some white paint on it, and a little white gel pen I think I did on this one, actually, not the white paint. And these I found, these little snowflakes are kind of iridescent. I don't know if you can see that. They're kind of a fabric. I found those at Michael's, I believe. And I believe this is also Lily of the Valley, one of these little tags. Look, it says sleigh rides, hot cocoa, 25 cents per ride, and warm blankets. I thought, how cute would that be? With a little snowflake hanging, and of course this buffalo check here. But I love this tag, and I think I found this cocoa cup, I believe, off of Amazon. So I just thought, what a cute tag. And this right here is just a paper doily. Just a, little cheap from the Dollar Tree. Kind of sticking out. I love him. This is one of my favorites. I love anything that's in that buffalo check. I love it. So there's that guy. Here's another retro little tag. She's a smaller tag. But look how stinking cute she is. I love the little dress here. I don't know if y'all can see that good enough or not. Sorry if I'm not in a good lighting here. But yeah, I just, this is some paper that I had. This is kind of retro looking. And then just layered it with a couple of other pieces of paper, really. And that's really it. This is from the Tim Holtz Word Pack, Under the Mistletoe, it says. Kind of feel like that's making a shadow. And for her, I don't know if you can see her little collar. See how that's kind of dimensional right there? That is Nuvo Drops. The Nuvo Glitter Drops. That's this stuff right here. And the color is, I don't remember the color, and does it say on there? White Blizzard is the one I used. And I just thought that was so cute because it's pretty dimensional. It's pretty fat. I don't know if you can see that, but it's looks like a furry little collar there. So that's another one of the retro guys. And here is another one. I am in love with this one. I just think it's too fun and whimsical. And so this is from the Rub-Ons, the Tim Holtz Rub-Ons. It says more tinsel. And so you see this kind of guy, a little tinsel-y thing up here. And I just did a collage of different little fun tore up pieces of paper. On the back there's some tissue paper that I kind of distressed. And I found this image on Etsy. I forget the shop. I got them, both these images. This lady here, the retro 50s ladies. I found those on Etsy and fussy cut her out. And then, of course, I put stickles on the moon. I don't know if you can see that. So the moon itself has stickles. And these are just stickers, just little puffy stickers. Some of these are little puffy stickers and other stickles. I put stickles here in the center of these guys too, the silver pieces. And I just think this is too stinking cute. This, to me, I feel like I love all of them. Every single one of them. I feel like this is my favorite though, because it's just so whimsical and so different. But yeah, I love her. Okay, and then I'll get to my little prim pieces, or sort of kind of prim. This is from Creative Expressions, this die cut is. And I actually think the bowl and the whisk is from Peachy Keen, though. So that's where I got those. And I love this paper. Look at this paper in the background. I don't know if you can see that. I think that's from a Stamperia pack. But yeah, here it says Happy Christmas on my little tag. And I just colored her out, and here's the back of her. It's that same paper. I love that paper. Yeah. Oh, she's got another tag here. She's hiding. There we go. I put two tags on this guy. A little holly and Happy Christmas with the little vintage jingle bell. Now this says gingerbread hugs. And I found, see this little piece right here? It was just a piece of scrap laying on my desk that I wasn't even planning on using or forgot that it was there. And I saw it and I thought, well, how cute is that? It makes a perfect little border. So here's this guy. And one more. Again, this one is from Creative Expressions. The snowman. I love this snowman. I love him. I love him. And it says, if kisses were snowflakes, I'd send you a blizzard. How cute is that? So I did fussy cut him out, and I did some paper piecing for the scarf and the mittens and the heart and the star and the button. And put a little stickles on there. Now my background, I don't know if you can see that. That is just a bunch of different inks on there. You know, when I'm inking something, I'll spray it down and get it wet and then dip that tag in there and let it dry. And over time, it just gets a kind of a distressed look. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I've got little brown snowflakes on here. I don't know if you can see that or not. And then I just splattered it with a bunch of white paint. And then stuck a tag and a jingle bell on it. And that is it, my friends. I'm hoping to see y'all again soon. But I wanted to share what I had so far. And thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed what I made. Okay, bye.